Hello and welcome back to another top tip for your international business here with me at Onno. Now, this week's a little bit different because I've been asked to talk to you about the differences between dealing with clients in Madrid and Barcelona. Now, we all know these two big cities, they're both within Spain, but of course there are big differences. And this is the same for any country in any big cities. And we need to start really thinking about these nuances. So the two key things that I'm going to tell you about for Spain, I think, are based around what kind of services you might find and also the language. So the first thing to think about is Madrid and Barcelona. Madrid itself, capital city of the country, you've got loads of professional services and financial services organizations. So these are the types of clients you might be working with if they're based in Madrid. Barcelona, on the other hand, has a lot of industry and a lot of manufacturing. So again, the types of clients you're dealing with are completely different. Of course, they're both huge cities and will be a mix of both, but the general tendencies are those. Now, the one point about language that I think is really, really important is going to help you go a really long way to creating relationships and trust with those clients that you're trying to work with. Now, Madrid is the capital city of Spain. When you're dealing with clients in Madrid, the chances are their first language will be Castilian Spanish, and that's the Spanish that we all know and we learn when we're at school. Dealing with clients in Barcelona, though, the tendency is that most people there will have as their first language Catalan. And of course, Catalan is a completely different language to Spanish. You might understand some things when it's written down, but if you're not familiar with the language, it really is quite different and it can be difficult to understand. So when you're going into with clients in Barcelona, recognize this. Recognize that you're in Catalonia. It's a different area of the country. There's a different language and there's slight differences in the history as well. So it really is something that you need to think about. Understanding that, recognizing that, and maybe learning a couple of words in the language can go a really long way to building up some trust and a better relationship with your clients. They'll be really impressed that you've understood the differences and that you've taken the time to recognize those differences as well. Because the same as everywhere around the world, people are very proud of their history and their local traditions. So do a bit of research into that, think about what those words might be, and just become a little bit more familiar with where those clients are based. Those two things will really help you start on the right foot when you're dealing with clients in Spain. If there's anything else you'd like to know, leave me a comment, send me a message. I'd be really happy to help. Good luck with your business dealings, and I'll see you again next week.